Hey guys, it's Roy here from rwilco12 and epicdroid.com, bringing to you today a review of the Asus Chromebook Flip. This particular review is about the model that was released in June of 2015, the C100PA-DB02. There were two different versions of it. The only reason I point that out is because there were two different versions of it that were released in 2015. There was the C100PA-DB01 and the DB02. The DB01 is very difficult to find, and it's not one I would recommend you find anyways because it only had 2 gigs of memory. The DB02 is the one that did a lot better, and it came with 4 gigs of memory, and it's the one that we're looking at here today. The Asus Chromebook Flip, like I said, was released in June of 2015. It's now January of 2017. I purchased this about 7 or 8 months ago, and I have absolutely loved using it. It is something that does have a unique form factor. It's a unique device, and it's not something that's going to be right for everybody. However, it is right for a lot of people. And there's a couple of things I'm going to go over with you guys today. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I really like it, then I'm going to give you 4 reasons why I'm not 100% sold on it. But let's go ahead and we're going to dive in here. First thing we're going to look at is the specs. So, the Asus Chromebook Flip, the first big spec, and it's not really a spec, but it's part of what makes the device the Chromebook Flip, is the Flip itself. So, what is the Flip? The Chromebook Flip has a unique form factor. Like I said, you see a lot of this with Chromebooks and laptops in general now, but the Chromebook Flip was one of the first to do it in a Chromebook. And so what that is it allows you to turn it into a laptop. It allows you to turn it into tent mode, so the screen is resting with the keyboard standing up straight in the back. It also gives you the option of putting the keyboard face down on a hard surface. Not quite a fan of that. I don't know why that's considered a feature, but it's something that a lot of manufacturers of flip-like products advertise. Again, I don't ever use it, but there's apparently a reason for it because they list it as a feature. And then there is the tablet mode. The two modes I find myself using most regularly are the tablet mode and the laptop mode. And that's one of the things that initially really interested me in it, was the fact that it was a laptop and a tablet. So, the rest of the specs. It does come with a 10.1 inch screen. That 10.1 inch screen is IPS LCD, and it does support multi-touch, and it comes with a 1280 by 800 pixel resolution. So it gives you a nice, sharp, vivid image. So it comes with, like I said earlier, it comes with 4 gigs of memory, and then it also comes with 16 gigs of hard drive space. That hard drive space can be expanded using the micro SD card support that the device has, and so you can use that. It's here on the side, and you can plug a micro SD card in there, and you give yourself a lot of additional storage. The device comes with a quad-core 1.8 gigahertz processor. So it comes with 2 USB 2.0 ports. It comes with 1 micro HDMI out port. It has a headphone jack. That's innovation for you there, right, Apple? And then you also have your DC in port. And this DC in port, it does use a proprietary head or proprietary charger. So you do want to make sure that you don't lose that charger, or that if you need one, you have an extra one. So, the battery on this thing, it gives you really good battery life. I have found that depending on the brightness of my screen, I can get anywhere from about 6 hours minimum to up to 18 hours of active use with that battery life. Now that 18 hours, that was an extreme case. I was not using any wireless. I was not using any connections. I was sitting in an airport and flying on a plane, and so all I was using it for was for reading on my Kindle app. But I still got 18 hours of battery life on that, and that was awesome. The device comes with an awesome form factor. It's really lightweight. It weighs 2 pounds, and it measures just over 10 inches in this one and 7 inches here, and then it's just over a ½ inch thick at the thickest point. All in all, I really like the Asus Chromebook Flip. The 5 reasons I think I would recommend it to someone are, first off, the flip mode. I love that flip mode. Second off, the keyboard. The keyboard is very comfortably spaced. It's very comfortable on the hands. I suffer from carpal tunnel. I have a lot of problems with that. If I use a really cramped keyboard, I find that I'm sitting there typing, and after a while my carpal tunnel starts to act up, and I just start to have issues, and I don't enjoy using the device. But with the Chromebook Flip, I don't have any of those problems. I also love the touchscreen. The touchscreen is very sensitive, and I love the fact that it is a touchscreen on a laptop or a laptop type device, and I think that is an awesome feature to it. And I also, like I said, I love that battery life. And then saving the best for last is Android apps. The Asus Chromebook Flip was one of the first 3 Chromebooks to be able to support Android apps and the Google Play Store. And so Chrome OS does not have a lot of apps, or it does not have a lot of apps that do what I want to do. I am an Android user, and I have a lot of Android apps that I've used over a long period of time, and I've grown used to having those Android apps on my tablet, on my phone, on my other devices, and I wanted to be able to have those on my Chromebook, and that's why I got the Asus Chromebook Flip, was so that I could have Android apps. When I got it, the Chrome OS, the Chrome Store, does not have a Microsoft Word app. But you can use Android and you can get Microsoft Word running locally on your device using that Android app from the Google Play Store. You can install Angry Birds if you want to play Angry Birds. You can install Knights of the Old Republic. If you want to turn on side loading, you can. It does require some special steps, unlocking the bootloader and things like that. But if you want to enable side loading, you can do that. You can get the Amazon App Store on there. You can get other apps from there, so you can get some of their underground apps. You can do a lot of great things because this supports Android apps. Now, the things I don't like, there's really only 3.5, maybe 4, depending on how you want to look at the last one. But there's a couple of things I don't like. The first thing I didn't like was the bezel. That bezel on the side of this thing on the monitor is insanely huge. It's almost an inch, and that inch is made of super glossy black reflective material, and so it shows fingerprints like no other. That bezel does support the larger keyboard, so it is a little bit of a trade-off. Because that bezel's so big, I do have more room on the keyboard and the device overall. Just because that screen is wider, it makes the bottom of the device wider, so I have more room for my keyboard. So it's kind of a trade-off. What do I want? What I would have preferred is they made the screen bigger and removed some of the bezel and kept the same size that they have on the rest of it. The second thing I don't like is Chrome OS. Chrome OS is great, but it isn't ready for the limelight, I don't feel. It has a lot of cool things, but it's no Windows. It's also not Android. It's not even iOS. It doesn't have a home screen. It doesn't have the ability to customize your desktop. And the apps that are available in the Chrome OS store or the Chrome store just don't cut it for me. They don't have a lot of games. They don't have a lot of productivity apps. They just don't have the things that I use on a daily basis. Now, again, that is canceled out because of the fact that they do have the Google Play Store now. So that is another trade-off. Now the last thing, and the thing that I find it makes the biggest difference on whether or not I recommend this to a person, is the Chromebook Flip is not a laptop and it's not a tablet. It's the best of both worlds, but it's not quite in either world. So if you're a person who's using your laptop for video editing, if you're using it for picture editing, if you're using it for gaming or other things like that, the Chromebook Flip is not the device for you. It's a device for people that are on the go, a device for people that are bloggers, for your social media people, and for those that are using the web. That's really what it is. It's a web device. It's a fancy web device. It does have a lot of other features that make it great, but really, if you're going to be using it for gaming, if you're going to be using it for other things, if you're going to be trying to do video editing and stuff, I'm going to tell you guys to go away and find something else. But if you're using it for blogging, if you're using it for social media, if you're using it just for web browsing, watching a video on Amazon Prime, or reading a book on your Kindle app, whatever it may be, it's the right device for you guys. But it is one of those devices that you do need to look at the options, you do need to weigh what you're doing and then make a decision for yourself. So it's not a device that's right for everybody. Like I said, it was right for me and I do like it. I do really enjoy it. Will I hold on to it for the long term? Probably not. There's a lot of laptops that are doing a lot of the things that I can do with this now. So there's a good chance I will be selling it here in the near future and looking for a good laptop. But you never know. It might be something I hold on to for a little bit longer. So if you have any questions, please hit us up in the comments below. Just a reminder to follow us on Twitter and YouTube so you can stay up to date with our latest content. And as always, I just want to tell you guys thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support, and you all have an awesome day.